at the end of the day, everybody deserves love and wants love.
Right.
So if it was, I hate the fact that I might have been a hindrance to my mom, you know, having that particular part of her life. You know, it's sacrifice for me, you know. So it takes a strong person to be able to say like, okay, I'm gonna pour everything into my child, and you know, that part of me might be, you know, neglected.
I thought, you know what, and I ain't gonna lie, like I mean, my perspective now has changed. You know, thank God that I gotten older and more mature, and you know, think for myself.
Right.
But as growing up, man, my family's opinion
carried a lot of weight
on a lot of things. Carried a lot of weight because it wasn't like my dad or my mom or my sister held a gun to my head. It was like, you better not.
Right.
But it was me
internalizing a lot of that stuff.
Internalizing everything because my dad was so proud of the name of Wilborn. And he talked about all the time and father-son stuff, like what that name meant, and the history of the name, the lineage all the way back to Washington, Georgia, like what that name has gone through, you know, to get to the prestige that it was back in the good old days in Atlanta, man. So, like, you don't want to tarnish that,
right.
So, which is why, you know, I navigated to Morehouse. Which is why I navigated into the educational system, because everybody, not everybody, but a lot of my people that I look up to were in that.
Right.
So, you know, that plays on your mind, like, yeah, this girl she's everything, but I don't want my family to be talking about her. I don't want my family to talk about this child they don't know.
Right.
And I don't want them talking about me.
Talking about me.
You know what I'm saying?
Your fear was more or less the perception of like family or whatever. So it's like we pick and choose when, you know, it's applicable for us as men, and when it's applicable, you know, for us as women. So that's interesting though, man. But
that's true.
And look, let's bust off that mic. Double standards are real.
For real.
We see it every day. We talk about it every day. But double standards are real. So if we say, hey, you know, it's okay for a woman to have kids, right? But is it okay for a man to have kids? And how many is acceptable, right? Let's talk about a new relationship, right? How many not spouse, but how many baby mamas or baby daddies is acceptable, to accept to a new relationship? What are you willing to put up with, right?
Real.
So when J Matt talking about expectations as far as what his family said, that's real, because I think when it comes down to it, when you find yourself as saying, hey, I'm a man and I reached the age of I can accept what expectations were for my family versus what expectations were for myself, right? Is when you okay with dealing with whatever it comes with as far as your decision comes with, right? So if you're okay with dealing with this person, whether it come with the baggage they come with, whether your family's gonna say yes or no. If you say yes, when you say that's okay with you, then that's all that matters. And that's all that matters.
At the end of the day, right.